No, the rope is anchored.
Okay, so
Oh,
never
no.
mind. Okay, so I just like go like near Tamandis
And
and
I ask, I'm asking you now for the help to powering or
Yeah, I can translate. I am no trained. I don't dwell in magic, so you will need the do the power stuff. And as
I
we are
think
okay.
doing this,
I
although
work.
I hope this really works and doesn't do bad stuff, because the draconic parts and I start like translating that some parts are telling about desecration, corruption, fallings of old order. So nothing too nice.
So you're gonna start writing, and I'm going to help with the powering then.
So,
Right, Gary?
Yeah, I'm basically translating and
so
you are powering.
Don, I'll need for one of you guys to make a check on your turn, but don't do that quite yet. Or well, I need for you guys to do a check when it gets to Nazar's turn. Before that, I need for Draco to take his turn. So you rolled on your athletics and got 11, which is what you need to get up using the rope. So you're going to be able to climb up to the edge of the circle. Once you're at the edge of the circle, what are you doing?
Please double move and go inside the.
Get in! Get in the chopper! To the
Get
chopper!
into the chopper! I'll get that.
Draco, your mic might be muted.
How can I help?
Get in here.
Get in the circle. I'm already
Just get
helping
in the
with
safe zone.
Talmandis.
Get in the circle and help right.
And
Yeah.
then everyone realizes he was lying. And inside the
I'll
circle is the death.
attempt to help power the Draconic as well.
Let me get up there
You
first.
the power, or you're going to try to write it?
Are you trained in Arcana? He has like
Two.
+2, so I doubt he's trained in Arcana.
Not trained in Arcana, not trained in Religion, I assume. So that means he's got to be the one doing the writing. So if you are doing the writing, you need to make me some sort of physical check. So that can be athletics, that can be thievery. Basically, what are you doing to? Because you have to really push. You're not writing on like a piece of paper. You're writing in stone.
Yes.
Yeah, I will go with athletics if I may.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm waiting for the roll here, just.
And I'll use athletics as well and try and help with it. With the scribing, to be specific.
So a partial success from one and a failure from the other means that it's
So can I roll the one now?
yeah.
Ah,
So the runes are powered, but they are not complete.
Hmm.
The draconic section still needs a little bit more work. So at the end of the round, right before Nahazar takes his turn and does stuff, you see these creatures start to come up, and as they're getting closer, they're belching this big cloud of black stuff, where these little splotches of fire rain down and form into fire sprites that flank them as they start to walk up the hill.
Oh god, no.
Sorry
I
for
don't wanna
retroactively asking about it, but I technically have Lucky Charm and I could potentially add the D6 to the result of like skill check, ability check and whatnot.
Sure, if you want to.
And I have 14, maximally I could get to 20. Okay, I will try to make it so that for the medium
Okay.
success. I'm using Lucky Charm. I'm just like pushing for. Okay, so my totals on skill check was 17, which bypassed the medium DC.
Okay, so the two of you guys working together, even though Draco is sort of not exactly the most literate person in the world and is making your life a little bit more difficult by existing, and was having a hard time with it. Oh, I think this word goes here, and you're like, no. And you follow along and you write down. With Tarman kind of guiding you, basically he's lighting up the ground, and all you have to do is trace over his magic what the words are supposed to say. And tracing it onto the thing means that you complete the draconic sections. You guys have 4 successes so far.
No.
The Exus, you're up.
I'm gonna try to move up again.
You
I
can
have
do
a
it.
bad feeling about this.
I feel your pain.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh no, and I'm the only one.
3 get you to there.
It was Elfin, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you're an elf, so you can ignore the difficult terrain, and you can get to this.
And then I'm gonna start working on the Elven runes.
Okay.
Writing them, of course.
Are you using you're just writing them, or you have Arcana or Religion trained?
I don't have either of those trained, so I'm gonna have to write.
So I'm going to help out.
Okay. So you'll be able to help when it gets to your turn, but not quite yet.
Okay.
So some thievery, acrobatics, or something like that.
Some physical check, something you can justify in carving elven words into stone.
Well, the best one is +4, so. Nice. The bad rolls came back.
Yeah, no. So that is standard action, not successful. Dit, you're up next.
Alright, come on, roll. Is that okay?
That was enough to get up.
Yes. And then double move into
Yes,
the circle.
Okay. Velis, you're up.
Yes. I'm not gonna die.
Let's see. Well, I'm just watching people finish what they're doing. I don't know what's going on. I just see people working on it, so I'm just gonna sit here and look pretty.
Okay. Well, you got those ropes in place, which made it to where everyone could get in the circle. Charles, give me your Arcana check to see if you can power up the Elven runes. Elven rune. So all of the Elven runes light up. So alternatively, other things you could do, like I'm not giving anything obvious, but there could be things like you could try to convince the guy to work faster. You could ask him to work on specific things.
Intimidate check.
Lots of different things you can do.
Well, I'm helping out, so. Well, after I light up the runes, I ask him in common. Could you perchance do this any faster without making mistakes?
Kind of looks and goes, I mean, I could, but you know, then I have to go back. I'm not really sure I want to yet. Keeps carving away.
Okay.
All right, Draco, your last initiative, and then things happen.
What is there I can even do?
Don't know.
It looks like Doom.
Prepare for fireworks.
So you could, for instance, try to use some sort of check to try to convince Idris to go faster. You could try to work on one of the sets of runes if you have the training or the language needed.
I don't have Elven.
You can do something else. It's up to you.
Wait, you have Elven?
Can I try and use my charisma to get him to power the last set of runes?
Sure. Try to convince him to work on the question, the runes in the language you guys don't understand.
Yes.
A diplomacy check.
Yeah, something I can do. All right. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. All right. Come on, Loki. All right, something helpful. Not the best, but
Okay, so the number you actually rolled was a 5. And you were doing diplomacy, so 16. 16's enough. That counts as success. You guys are at 5 successes now. And they will move forward again.
I really hope those 5 successes like count for some.
Crap, we're dead. They're here.
So that big bellowing plume of smoke flows up underneath these huge creatures and kind of carries them on their own little black smoking cloud as they go up into the air. So this one's going to do a blast 3, targeting Lyaxis and Nahazar.
Of course he does.
So 15 versus Fort will miss.
Versus Fortitude. The first roll is against whom?
It's against Lyaxis.
Okay.
And let's see. Second roll is a 15. So same 15
Against
Fort.
Fort, yeah, I have 20 Fort.
So I think both of those miss.
It hits me unless you. Well, my fort is 13.
Okay, so 13 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god, no.
It's now or never, Idris.
The second Ogron is going to come up and is going to go. First target is Lyaxis, so crit
Oh my
for
god.
15 points of fire damage. Second target is Nahazar, so 19 before.
Miss by 1.
Third target is Vels, 18 versus Fort.
18 versus Fort.
Then against Tarman, 14 versus Fort. And against Draco, 18 versus Fort.
18 versus Fort hits.
So for those of you guys that got hit 6 points of fire damage, the fire seems to wash over the Waste Walker and doesn't really seem to bother him very much. As if he's highly resistant to it. The other one is going to blast. The only thing he can hit the Waste Walker and Dit, and so he's going to hit Dit 30, so 7 points of fire damage to Dit.
Ah, damn.
And last attack is going to be 25 versus Fort for 12 points of fire damage to Dit.
My fort is...
It's not 25. I can pretty much guarantee it's not. So, Nahazar, you're up.
Oh my god. Still nothing. I mean, I cannot do anything on the runes because we already powered. Like the draconic runes are finished, dwarven runes are finished.
So all you can do is try to convince Idris to work.
You either try to convince Idris to work, or you can try to do something to distract the Ogron while, you know, everyone else does other things.
Okay, so I'm gonna... Honestly, I would really like to like intimidate him into working faster, but in role-playing perspective, because it's fucking late, I have absolutely no idea how to talk to him.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to just say...
Listen, it was really nice talking with you, and I would really nice talk with you more, so I would really appreciate if you finish your part of the work now and unleash whatever you can unleash on those guys to destroy them.
See, I like this more. than the
Otherwise, all of
32
us,
shoes.
including you, are going to die. Help us, please.
Yeah, something like that, so what do you want me to roll on that?
The
Intimidate.
real Nahazar
And I
shows up.
was being tired, so... End of the session, I roll Intimidate and say some things, and things happen. It's fine by me.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure how what's your stance on that.
My stance is I understand everyone's human. So
20.
that gets the 6th success on the ritual. He sort of smiles to himself, gestures with his axe, and you see all of the runes of the thing light up. And he steps forward to the Ogron in front of him, and then says something in... I think people have been talking... Oh, someone's been talking to him more in Dwarven than anything else. So he says something in Dwarven, and then the area around you gets completely obliterated with blue light. Basically, I don't know if anyone stared directly at like a welding torch, but it is that level of light that goes out, and you hear the loud. There's no the light makes no sound, but you hear the bellows of the creatures as they are broken apart and die.
Are they corpses or are they completely incinerated?
They're not completely incinerated. They're basically earth elementals of some kind, so they break apart and have just big hunks of elemental left behind.
So, what did he actually say? Because I'm guessing I'm the only one that understood it. Right?
Yes. So he whispered very quietly in Dwarven, "Boom."
Okay, does it look like he activated the ritual or not?
Yeah, the ritual activated. It destroyed all the monsters, and well, that's where we're going to be ending up the session. So he kind of turns back towards you, smiles, has his axe resting on his shoulder. Yeah, that worked out way better than I thought it would, and it didn't kill any of you.
Well, it was a team effort.
He sort of shrugs, and tells people that says something to Tarmandus. Tarmandus, he says in Dwarven, "Of course, my invitation would go for your friends as well," and then just goes and steps away. Your character already has it, but he would give you the icon, and yeah.
Okay, cool.
So everyone who's in here gains the Story Award Badge of Idris.
Badge of Idris.
Nahazar,
Yes?
you gain this Story Award as well.
By the way, does this count like an item, boon?
It's just something that you can help me keep track of what you guys did in the stories.
Oh, right. So I'm gonna put it in campaign notes.
Yeah, just put it in campaign notes. And I have little notes on my end, and I'll be like, hey, does anyone have blank? And you say, oh, I've got that. And it helps me figure out how, since we're running multiple iterations of these sessions, say, oh, well, in my session, this happened. In my session, this happened. So if we had, like, for example, a session with, 4 people who had the Badge of Idris, and then 2 people who did not have the Badge of Idris, which is the symbol that says, yes, you helped out Idris in this encounter, then the overall rule would be you did help Idris.
Okay, cool. Thanks for.
No worries. So I know you're exhausted. If you want to take off, I'll explain.
I mean, I have if you give us XP and I don't know what's the rules on loot, or do you get any loot at all, then after that I will go away.
Okay. There is rules on loot, so give me just 1 second to calculate EXP.
It was bitching to have another Dragonborn in the party. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, that too.
I could be a Dragonborn. Actually, you have 4 Dragonborns, technically. Because you have 2 changelings.
The bitchy Dragonborn.
Yeah, that's how kinda understood it first time, but I get the meaning of Draco.
Well, at least I have an interesting conversation with Idris.
Yay, I leveled up.
Per head? Cool. I don't think I level up. Nope. Still need 500 more.
If you were on the session yesterday, you would have gotten so much.
Well, yesterday I didn't have time.
So, as I remember, I'm not getting any rewards or anything because...
Correct, because you've already done this one.
Oh, this one was funner.
Yeah, you have more fun this time around?
Oh, yes.
They did do things very differently than last time.
Is there because I saw from Eric's session that there was some rolling for items? What's the...
There is rolling for items. you give me just 2 seconds, I'll put things out.
Ah, yeah, okay. This is probably the first time I'm staying for the loot thing.
So,
I think I'm gonna become a dragonborn with my becomer feat.
And what are you going to do with that?
So, all right, I'm gonna put this. Oh, hang on, I already had this stuff in there. Awesome.
Get a bunch of dragonborn bonuses, and I can speak your language.
So this is how this works. At the end of the adventure, you guys found some stuff in the adventure. Those are the optional rewards. You can either choose to roll for loot, in which case I will generate you random loot, or you can take one of the optional rewards from that particular adventure. So for this adventure, the Fireburst armor +2, White Flame armor +2, Forge Master's gloves, the Fire Flower pendant +2, and the Soul Tear Cinnabar are the automatic rewards. So if you want to grab one of those and not roll, you can go ahead and pick up one of those. And as far as like, oh, what type of armor is blah, 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 it's whatever type you wear. Just go ahead and put it on. If you instead do not want one of those things and you would like to roll for loot, just let me know. What we need to do is get into... oh, no, we don't need to do that. So just let me know what you're doing.
By the way, if you don't mind, I will probably take either Fireburst or White Flame armor, but I'm wondering if they have any special properties or powers.
They do, and you get to know that before. Like, you don't have to take it blind.
Yeah, I would just like to know what's the power.
Automatic succeed on saving throws against ongoing fire.
So there is the Fire Flower pendant. You also have, and if you are gonna, so Fire Flower pendant, Fire Burst, and most of this loot is coming from the Ogrons at the end, but some of it is coming from the one guy you looted in the middle. There's the Fireburst armor. And obviously, you do still have to meet the proper enchantment. So, for example, the Fireburst armor can only be cloth. You can't have chain Fireburst armor.
Okay, I have like scale armor.
So White Flame armor is scale.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, if you don't mind, I will take White Flame armor because it works with my Agile scale armor.
Sure.
Only
you can. Everyone is welcome to take the same thing. So there isn't like one suit of armor for each one. If everyone decides to take White Flame armor, well then congratulations, everyone does.
I was going to ask if I could do for a random item.
Okay. So okay. So that means I have basically 2 armors and no 2 enchantments on 1 armor. Yep.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So everyone's still in the same party at the beginning. Dit, are you taking random? Or are you getting
random?
Random. Okay.
Unless you want to give me the white scale armor as chainmail, then I will take that.
You can't take the one of them is in chain. One of them's allowed to be chained.
Wait, is it a +1 or +2?
They're +2. So the White Flame armor, I think. White Flame armor is scale. So you can take White Flame scale armor +2.
Yeah, only not chainmail, so I'll roll random.
Okay. So...
Too bad. Too bad.
Do you have RNG or no?
Yes, I do. From level 6. Well, actually from level 7. I didn't get anything. Oh no, level 6.
Okay. Choice of type. Weapon, armor, implement, or wondrous?
Give me one weapon, armor. Is it a plus what?
Enhancement. You were level 7 or 8?
I am level... I just leveled up to level 8.
Okay.
Level 8.
So it is a +2.
Sadness. Okay, so armor, implement, weapon, or the thing?
Yep. Armor
thing.
or weapon or wonders.
Wonders. Give me wonders.
What's wondrous?
Wonders is like some item that does some cool stuff. Like a flying torch or something. I don't know.
All right, so you can either take a pure wondrous or you can take another slot. So arm, bracers, feet, hand, neck, etc., etc. What do you want?
Oh, I want, good question. Head, give me head.
I'm not going to give you head. I will give you.
Ring? Oh, okay, yes, I just got one.
It's not available at this tier. Number 5, you get a pair of reading spectacles. That's cool. Those have been super handy before this.
Yeah, if I had gotten that before. Reading spectacles.
So yeah, you get reading spectacles. Okay, who is next? Laxus, are you taking one of the items or are you taking a random item?
Random.
Okay. So
Okay, I did my stuff. I'm just gonna say
Okay,
good
one
night,
question
goodbye.